interesting episode of the CASTED show. Well, before I forge ahead, I would like to appreciate each and every one of you out there who has been supporting us by liking and sharing our videos and also commenting. Thank you so much, and continue to support us in every video we post and every episode of our show. Well, today is also another interesting episode of the CASTED show, as we bring to you an interesting topic which will blow your mind. Well, before I introduce the topic today, I have here with me on the show Mrs. Ifeoma Sandra. So that's Mrs. Ifeoma Sandra. Hello. Who happens to be on the show today. And we have our almighty Vince in the building. And you know, the most sophisticated lady in the building, Miss Sophia. Well, you might all be wondering what we'll be discussing tonight or today. Well, the topic for today's episode is childbearing. Is it a blessing or a curse? So we will be finding out, with our discussions today, to know how childbearing has been to us as individual human beings.
I kind of like this topic.
It's interesting.
It's a very, very interesting topic because, the ideology that we have here in Africa is that any child that comes, any way it comes, they say that
it's a blessing, yeah.
But actually, some people have actually get misfortune. They've actually lost their dream because of childbirth. So I feel possibly maybe there's something that we don't know about childbearing. For me, I feel like when you give birth, it sees part of your life. Child sees part of your life. Not like I'm a woman to see, but even as a man, you are also, I think you own maybe 60% of the responsibility because you need to provide. When you give, it's not, only one of you born now. So you need to you also need to give 60% of your time. So as a man, you start working also to take care of yourself, your wife, and also the baby. So most times, I say childbirth is like a curse in disguise.
Well, speaking in support of what you just submitted, what I see to this has to do with emotional and psychological struggles. Yes.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
Yeah, good. The moment a child comes, even before the child comes, you have either the parents, some of them being disturbed. Do you understand me? They don't know, maybe fine, they know the woman is pregnant, but they don't know if she'll be delivering safely. They become so emotionally attached to that child. And the moment the child comes, it becomes so demanding that even there are instances where maybe there might not be this financial capability of the home to take care of the child as soon as the child comes.
See, Benson, I have a friend. Though they were dating, so the girl mistakenly got pregnant. Then, so the guy, even the guy was ready, but the guy said he was not ready in the sense that they are very young. You know what the guy did? The girl ran. So he went to tell his mother, her mother. So her mother said that there's no way she will remove that pregnancy because any child that comes is from God and is a blessing. That was how that girl gave birth, and her dream died. It was easy for her to progress while she was alone with that baby. But immediately she started having babies, so her responsibility started shifting to that baby, and she started playing the role of a mother. So forgetting her dream, and that was how I cannot say she missed it in life, but she's struggling now like this. So, so sometimes when I would just see the stress, I would just like, who said you go get belay?
So what do you have to say to this? Do you see it as a blessing or a curse?
In fact, childbearing is a blessing to every home.
No.
To every home. Yes, so
I have a reason.
You are a man. Why some men, why they are saying that childbearing is a curse? Because of this sickle cell anemia, the sickle cell child that they are giving birth to. They will see as a problem to them spending money on one particular child, and there's no improvement at the end the child may save or may not. You understand? They said they used to go. There's a stage.
Mr. Former, I think there's something that we are not seeing. Maybe I'm seeing it very deep.
Yes.
Like I was saying, maybe now we'll hit it more harder so that we get to understand. See, I know you've not given birth now, but if you give birth now, do you know that there are some things that you will not pursue again?
That is certain.
So how is it a blessing then?
Children,
so if you have to give birth and your progress is going to stop your progress in life, are you going to say that is a blessing?
It's a blessing, you know. Anyhow you see it, you have to take it.
It's not anyhow. That's
yes,
what we believe.
Anyhow you see, children are blessings in the heart. Okay, for instance now, I'm a mother of 2 kids now. I've not been around since morning now. The children, they have to call me with my husband. Mommy, where are you? When are you coming back? We are missing you. If you are coming back, gala for me. You understand? Okay, in process of me coming back when I bought gala for them. Okay, they come out, mommy. The joy alone.
Do you know there's even more joy when there's no child?
No, don't say that.
That's why you see
women very wrong.
You see that women bear
very wrong.
Women bear babies.
Yes, they bear babies.
You hear? Have you seen scenarios on the net where they will say, they caught somebody, a nurse or somebody selling a child?
Yes.
Well, because where there is no child, Bible said, children are heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. So any home where there is no children,
that home is not complete.
It's not complete, number one. And number two, there's no joy. Mother-in-law is on your neck.
Yes.
Your mother is on your neck. In short, you will not sleep.
If you get married for 1 year and you have no get pregnant, in fact, you are in trouble.
Not pregnant. You are in
trouble.
That's the ideology that we have.
Are you a man?
There's something wrong with that ideology.
How many men
there's something really wrong with it.
Don't go into the Western world perspective where somebody can wake up in the morning and tell you, I don't want to give birth to a child.
If the Western world is making progress with their own ideology, so is it not a good idea?
That's why you see now that they are not teaching how to be an homo, or a lesbian, or a bisexual, transgender in the class, because we tend to adopt everything from there. If you want to give birth to a child, funny enough, you just said something, you made a scenario about somebody who got pregnant mistakenly and all that. See, if you miss planning, yes, there are steps in life. When you miss a certain step in life, to get it back is very difficult.
Sometimes you might not even get it. Yes. That's how you just
sometimes you might not get it.
What did they tell me?
In that situation, where you portray that kind of, you already painted for us, you already painted the picture for us to see. But however, I will say there are some persons who got pregnant at a very tender age and they are doing well. Genevieve is an example. She has done well.
Some people are just lucky. Let me just
okay, now you are bending it into luck.
No, some people are just
Oprah Winfrey, the richest
Sophia.
black woman in America. She gave birth at a very tender age. From the picture,
Sophia, she would tell you. If you ask them, they will tell you that if there's one thing they would like to correct, is that particular stuff that they did, that childbirth.
Nobody wants to correct it anymore.
You never watch interviews. No, you just mentioned Genevieve. If there's one thing she said she wanted to correct, was that time.
Time she gave birth to that child?
Yes, now.
No child is a mistake.
Do you know what she actually?
Do you know that even as it is right now, that she's not married, she has not given birth to other children, but seeing that alone, seeing that daughter of hers alone, is something. That was what happened to Ame when she lost her daughter from the Johnson. When she lost her daughter, she was incomplete.
No, they didn't complete.
She was incomplete.
I think let's look at it from this perspective now. Now, let's look at marital strain and relationship challenges.
Okay.
Now, let's assume we have couples that are married. Do you know that childbearing or children in marriages can cause conflict?
It's a normal thing.
So, how is it normal?
No, it is normal, Sha.
It's normal.
So if it's a blessing, then why should children cause conflict between husband and wife?
So even you and your husband without children. You and your husband without children must
be conflict in marriage.
Now, let's look at it this way now. You just said it's a blessing. So if it's a blessing from God, we all agree it's a blessing, right?
Yes.
Good. Then why is it that child will come into marriage and will cause misunderstanding between husband and wife. Thereby,
Abraham, the father of all nations.
Okay.
No marriage.
Abraham that was blessed, a friend of God. Even God before Sarah, I think Sarah gave birth at 72.
Yes.
Sarah cried.
Now let's
Hannah
take a
prayed.
look at, good. You are
Hannah
Bible
cried.
now. Let's look at I think is it Rachel or Rahel in the book of Genesis? You know, her longing for children then led to what? Conflict and tension with Jacob. So if childbearing is a blessing, then why is that when that child came?
It depends on how you manage it.
Situation. No, it depends. It
depends on how you manage it.
You know, sometimes you know why most marriage is very, very difficult, and there's so much quarrel inside. It's because there's child. No, not misunderstanding. There's child inside. That's why relationship is sweeter than marriage.
No, it's not because of children.
It's never.
I disagree.
It's commitment that makes marriage. It looks like as if it's difficult because you people don't want to be committed.
Have you not seen a process maybe as a young guy now you have not married now, maybe you said, okay, I have a fiancé that I'm going to get married to. Okay, so let's plan the wedding. Then you plan the wedding, get married, and your wife she got pregnant. Instantly, they say money and a child don't go together, and you are complaining that there's no money in this house. So immediately that child come, everything that don't
work right.
You say it's a blessing.
You are not getting
it's a blessing. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
This child has come to bless this home.
The child brought blessing.
Before you know, this baby is
not working
good.
right.
Baby just give you favor, good luck. Start naming the baby with a good name.
So mommy,
it's a blessing.
Let's look at it at the opposite way. What about a situation whereby a child comes and things just go black?
Everything.
It's not because of the child.
It's not because of the child.
So why is it because of the child that the blessing?
Things can easily go wrong anytime.
Things can go wrong
anytime.
And things can go right at any time.
Yes.
It depends on when it happens.
You don't know that.
So child, giving birth to a child and saying that the child is a blessing. Let's say, for example, it's been all tough, it's been all rough, and immediately the child came and everywhere opened.
Yes.
It happens like that.
Now the child opened.
Then sometimes it can look as if after everything, you guys have been having it all rosy. Then after the child came and it all went bad. There's no child that will come with bad luck
at all.
His or her parents.
Why is it that we have this mentality?
You don't bring bad luck.
That if you see Benson, if you see most homes, they are struggling. Because of they now don't install idea for their head, say like now they bring good luck. Do you know that you were living happily even more than the time you had children?
I'm single. I'm not married.
Are you happy now? Wait, are you happy?
I'm not happy. Oh, God forbid. Jesus Christ. I demand.
No, you okay. At least you smile now.
See, the fact that my friend's daughter calls me mommy, oh my Jesus.
Yes.
I love her.
See, do you know the financial?
I go extra mile for her.
Do you know the financial burden that comes with childbearing?
Even without a child or with a child.
Listen, according to
you go still go broke.
According to United States Department of Agriculture,
those people for them.
It takes $230 to raise a child from birth to the age 17.
You know how for this
country.
You
are working, you can easily take care of that.
Pampers for market cross.
When two of them they are working, there's no way that child they cannot be able to take care of.
Do you know that even when you give birth as possibly a couple, the child will even stop at the mother from working, so the burden will now be on the man. So the man sometimes will always be angry coming home.
There are some men that
you understand.
Coming to that. There are some men that don't want their wife to work. Immediately they start giving, they say you are full time. I want you to take care. But you know that those men they used to earn good salary at the end of the month. You understand? So they don't want their wife to suffer. Just do only school run. Take my child to school. Come back. If you are going to the market, go to the market. So there's already money. The guy know that he's capable of him taking care of that family. That's why I said the wife should not work.
See me.
That is why the man will always get angry because
he cannot get angry because he's the one that said the wife.
Let the problem when they come now.
Let's take for example.
Something like the husband could not invest for you.
No. You don't get better block. Money don't dey your hand. Pikin no dey your house. Best I swear.
That is error.
If you fit chop 10 million.
I beg you.
Now that they'll tell you say I be that money na
the money
will be problem.
We
have situation.
The money go turn problem.
Who have children? When the child is misbehaving, they will say, which kind of pikin you be safe?
Yes. Now your papa is reasonable. Don't we say that your mama character that you carry?
No, listen. When you say something is a blessing, that thing attributes positivity. You don't see anything negative around that thing. But the moment there is something negative about that thing, then that thing is not a blessing anymore. Exactly. That's my own ideology. It's not a blessing anymore.
Do you know what I feel? I feel before child can come in, possibly the husband and the wife should be 100% very, 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 very financially okay.
Then that
cannot be possible.
They're not the saving.
It cannot be possible.
They're not the saving.
They save money.
They're not the saving. I'm telling you,
child.
You not be save and finish.
Only God that will provide. That is why we are in urgent.
You find yourself in the home we go where
you find yourself in urgent poverty.
Not be poverty.
Not poverty at all.
It's not poverty.
No poverty at all.
You will not have any structured plan.
That's what I'm saying. There must be structured plan. For example, you want to get married.
So the planning, are you saying that there's no need for you to include financial plans?
I just told you. You want to get married.
So why would not they talk say money where they use?
Oh God, you want marry person. You want marry person. From after the marriage, una go born. When una want born, okay. First 1 month, 3 months, okay. Only please don't get pregnant between these 3 months. Let's just have time for ourselves before the baby start coming. You are working, the woman is working. You guys are earning something that will even put food on your table.
There's no way the kids can lack.
The picking of each of sand.
At all.
You not get in one born now.
At all.
You not eat sand. For that bone tete. For not chop sand.
You see
the joy of daddy.
The joy of
you people are concerned.
Children.
The women
is very
weak for now.
You
people are concerned about the joy, but you are not concerned about the reality or the pain.
Reality.
Because you people
now
are not.
Wait,
now that is why.
If that's why for you,
are you a cause?
I am not a cause.
Okay.
But I cannot start telling.
How did you not?
I cannot start telling you how I survived to this extent or to
you
this
must
stage.
struggle.
I must struggle.
Yes, man need to struggle.
You cannot bring people to the world to struggle. Like you cannot bring people to the world to struggle.
Okay,
it's because of the fact that
it was not planned.
It's because we are able to
toy.
That's why you are standing.
Now, did they not start from somewhere?
They started somewhere.
What I'm saying is that
do
you know I have to go through the struggle that I went through? It's because my parents actually did not actually plan, so it will not affect me. So I will have to now struggle. Part of the struggle they are supposed to struggle, because me coming in as their child, now it will strain them. Like it's going to restrict them from so many things. So they might actually miss out from some certain things. So they will not believe that anything that I cannot do, my child will
that
finish
is you
it.
giving your life for somebody else to live.
Yes.
The fact that you know that a life has come out of you.
So sacrifice of personal life or personal lifestyle and individuality, you sacrifice it.
God.
Hallelujah.
Oh, what a confused there.
Personal freedom and individuality.
You sacrifice your life just because of you.
Now, let's not forget this. In the book of, I think, 1 Corinthians, talks about, the Bible actually, made it clear to the unmarried that, some of these challenges that comes with childbearing and marriage, that when the time comes, you won't have that time that you used to have for God. Do you understand me? When you get married and when you start having children. So the Bible has made it clear.
That one is not true.
There's any regret I have
not
right
true.
now.
It's not true.
It's not giving birth.
It's the fact that I've not given birth.
Hey God.
Early birth. Assuming I know.
There are plenty outside.
Immediately I clocked 2022. I for not born since.
Why you not born?
Do you know? I would say you born that time.
The truth is that the joy I have in my marriage now is my children. Seeing those kids alone, I'm satisfied.
Do you know that?
And they do this.
Miss Sophia, do you know that you are? I think you've achieved a lot in life.
Yeah,
achieve a lot.
Wait.
And person no day.
Wait, now.
I
think you have achieved a lot.
You never complete.
No, I want to make a point.
Never day. You don't know, say, you know, accident, so daddy, Winifred. You know the joy where they call your house.
Wait,
mama.
You know the joy where they call your house.
Mama.
Please, Bensi.
See, you've achieved a lot. I didn't even say you go that route. I didn't say you go that route and you would have missed. You would have missed so many things.
We'll see.
That is what people will say.
I would have
done
it.
They will do it.
They say when there's light, there's hope.
Keeping focus is one of those things. Even if I gave it at that time, now my self-determination, I could make me dust my book and say I want to go back to school.
Yes.
But because if I had given birth at that time, I was thinking, oh, they go laugh me, or they say, oh, I go born, I go do this one, I go do that one. Oh, my family go shame for me. That was why.
See, Miss Sophia.
As it is right now, my mama they tell me, say, you not go born.
Never she wanted
Miss Sophia, the reality of giving birth, that's self-determination when they talk. It will be there, but the child is going to create a limitation for you to make that your determination.
I have a friend who got pregnant very early and left the child for the mother.
That's how it is.
The adjustment are to plan before.
Yeah, adjustment now you have to
and ran away.
Now there are some things that you are supposed to do, but
because she felt the child was holding her back.
So you have to limit yourself. You know,
and because of the societal,
anything that you are going
shame
to do,
and the rest. So before you knew it, she ran away. She was too shy as she go born and all that. Till now, I still admire her. If to say I know how to take that bold step, it was a bold step. I for put chest to take on. By now, at least I would have been having like maybe I don't get like 16 years old pikin now.
Yes.
I feel okay.
I was watching CNN.
When you are the baby go stand, you look like
imagine me and my mother. My mother will look at me and say, "This your shirt, dash me."
Dash me.
Who will not share shirts with me?
Now shirt.
That time the pikin go say,
"Wait, look,
you go to school run for old days."
I want to do school run for old days.
See that ideology of school run. I think say that ideology of school run. I think say we don't use and trap ourselves for problem when we not supposed to put our place. Ourselves. So we go say now because of school run that. See, even if you give better,
you go there 40 years, they do school.
Those girls do this.
Why is there?
Let me give you an illustration.
At 60, when you will be resting, you'll be thinking of how to send money for that to go to the university.
Your age mate don't dey carry grand pikin, you see they do school run.
See me.
That time when you go down the rest, you go down balance.
Why is it that Africans we are so soaked into that low mentality of, you know, the mentality that we need to give birth early?
See, I want
it's
to
very
give
good. It helps.
Early birth is very
good.
I wanted to give CNN said that they are trying to do birth control so they can control the population of the world.
They never control my own.
So they are trying to sensitize people how to use contraceptive so that they can prevent unwanted pregnancy. But they said when I saw that thing on CNN, they said Nigeria will be the most difficult country to control because they said they don't know if they are not aware of using contraceptive to prevent unwanted pregnancy, but the way our population skyrocket is just so unimaginable.
Unwanted.
The one
I want
two different words.
I want them
in that word. Who they fair. Who they reject.
I want in that beer. See me see wahala.
Oh my God.
Now what you want, now you go get that.
See, my friend.
If that child should call me mommy, let's ask me.
I was giving. I don't want to make this.
The mother knows.
I don't person my watch.
She tell me come and carry your daughter. She knows. You see, I can even that child had chicken pox. That I know it's highly infectious, and I've never had chicken pox. The mother was even resistant, but I carried that girl. The mother was shocked. After that day, she wrote me and said, "Your care and love towards this my daughter is unimaginable. From a year, I will change the diaper. I will do everything for that baby." I saw the message. So, my dear, that one is another person's baby. My friend's baby that I've turned it to my own child. Not to talk of my own. Oh God, that's why you see women.
My own, my own.
Women go extra mile for their children.
That name is different though.
If we say childbearing or children are the heritage of God, they are blessings, then why is it that sometimes some of these same parents curse these children? I curse the day I gave birth to you. Why? If it's a blessing.
See,
No. I'm listening.
even the Bible said, children, provoke not your parents to wrath. You understand? There are certain stage. Yes, these children are very lovely, they are sweet, they are pamperable, but there are some times that they will step on your last nerve. Go bless me, make I kill this pikin.
But you said it's
but
a blessing.
sometimes
God gives you that child out of blessing. So
and you as a parent, you tend to plead blessing more than curses to your children, because it's you as a parent that can actually place a seal of blessing on that child's head and a curse.
Comes to pass. That's true.
okay.
Even my mom, there are certain things I would do. She'll be like, I no go curse you, I no go swear for you, because if I swear for you, go follow you, God go bless you. But this is the way you do me, so
I go to say
like
God go bless you for your mind.
no, instead of us to bring it
on
to
earth,
lay
you not
curse
say
on
you are
me,
blessed.
God go bless
That's
you.
what the Bible says.
I think
Don't lay curse on your
that
children.
pattern of course is another kind of discussion entirely, because I mean, for what I believe, I don't think no matter how you call somebody, as far as the person is putting himself to work, all those calls no they work.
Not talk am.
They are faith.
You don't see generational curse wey dey break for
curse.
church wey you dey
Okay,
hear
for father.
Okay, you know, Africa say
dey break curse.
Africa say we dey attribute our failure to things wey happen, like our misfortune. We dey attribute our failure to some of our misfortune.
Na
We dey associate them
na
to.
Benin we dey
Okay,
before o be like say una dey.
Okay, see now,
Like,
nowadays, now if you see this modelized what we dey now, see, most parents now, all those their forefathers, wey be say all those ancient name, wey they don cause tire, they don't want their children answer. Most parents now want their own personal name and their children the answer. They say they don't know what they
And
do.
David means to name.
I
Your
have-
name.
They
I
don't
have
know what
seen-
to
see-
do. Name speak.
Aside
Yes.
children, I know we are digressing a lot, but let me still talk about aside those stuff you are saying now. I've seen people, even people that came from these strong deity homes. I've seen them succeed. In fact, most of them say you know how many people don't cause them. Like you know how many people don't cause.
They succeed, but the one where they don't see.
Do you know that certain things
Maybe
can
say
escape your
nothing
generation
wey
and
go
come
cause
out
wey go
in the
go
next
for am.
generation?
Even
See,
day.
let's save this gist
Hey.
for another episode.
Na God go
Let's
help
save
us.
this gist
Because-
for another-
Na Benin we be there o.
I just tired.
Let's save this gist for
Things
another
are
episode.
abi na US I dey.
Now because of the
Na
environment,
carry me go
the
where I
environment
don't
when
know.
you dey now, they influence the way you dey think
As
as
a
regards
society.
the reality of life.
As a
No,
society.
una wan
Maybe-
carry me go where I no know
Maybe
and I
if
no
you
go
dey
follow
society,
if you
una.
dey different society now, maybe you go dey think different. But I
I
just
cannot
dey.
follow you guys.
I just na because you dey think one side. Me logically, I dey see am from your own side. I dey see am from this side. Me dey tell you now say that stuff when you dey feel say na the thing when they give you joy, no be actually joy in dey bring.
For me, na joy they give me.
Me
I don't
me
know
never
of
bomb
you.
but my own go give me joy.
No,
Peace of mind.
Normally,
Amen o. My own will give me joy and peace of mind.
normally there is joy in whatever childbirth, but the responsibility that you go gotta sacrifice your own life for another person to come up. You go gotta give your own time. Sometimes you go gotta forget your dream for you to make sure say you bring another person out.
If they still
What's
give
the
you,
essence of
you know,
what's the
if they
essence
still
of
give
life?
you the whole time.
Wait.
If you no wan still make money, you no go still make money.
Yes,
No be
nah.
pikin
Alright.
go.
And see, but what's
Now,
the essence of
reality,
what's the
see,
essence
the
of
reality?
money.
The reality to these things, involves stress, anxiety. Some even go through depression as a result
do
of
you know that?
raising
Do you
a
know?
child.
Yes.
Do you know that?
Even
Let me say this.
childbirth
Yes.
can bring postpartum.
Do you know that
psychosis for you.
most of the home that suffer whatever financial issue is related to childbirth?
Yes.
Like those money that they would have saved for maybe personal growth, family, whatever development and all those stuff is converted to
You don't ever
child
hear say
care.
person go talk say if I die now who go call inherit my property. I no get pikin.
What the
I
concern
no
property?
get-
Because if I die, what's the concern because I have property?
And my name will
But
be
you're
wiped off
lost
from the
like
surface
that.
of
You
the
know,
earth.
your
Your
lost
name
that.
now no go wipe. If you create legacy, not because of child.
Maybe the children be the legacy.
No,
Your
no,
children no be
no,
legacy.
Mama,
Your children no be
Mama,
legacy.
listen,
not
some
different.
things- there are some
No.
things you will do personally that people will, remember you for.
Not
These
your
guys
child.
is not really your children.
Your legacy go rub on your child,
You have
but your child no be
individual
legacy.
achievement to make before your children.
How you go forget your own legacy now? Come go to give birth.
So now you now say your children are your legacy. No.
So where Bessie,
I'm listening.
Where you don't grow, where you marry, make your wife and yourself do vasectomy and tubal ligation.
Okay.
Mona not born.
No.
Whether you
go get peace of mind.
It's
not even the mother. You yourself will not have peace of mind. You will not be
happy. We are not really facing the reality here. Let's talk about some of the challenges that comes with this childbearing.
Definitely there are challenges. Even without childbearing, then
so if
you
there
go
are
still broke.
Challenges
and the easiest way to broke now when they give yourself.
Do you know that childbirth also brings a pattern of responsibility?
That's what I'm saying now. That responsibility so you get your own personal responsibility. Now you also get responsibility of child care. So child care also go require a lot of responsibility.
Now society where me and you then I make because in other countries where you dey emulate since in UK you don't pay school fees.
It's free.
It's free.
But they don't give birth anyhow.
Yes.
That one is
like they know they give so that is say 1 or 2.
It's free.
Even when they get free, if Nigeria get that free, whatever child care, whatever system, free healthcare, so that people go they born anyhow.
And Nigeria,
you see that they have an ideology.
UK na capital of Nigeria.
It's not free. They born.
And they will not be born.
You see poverty. Poverty. The end of poverty na sex. At the end of sex na pikin.
Yes.
It's not getting what do you
I know somebody maybe say as the wife born 3 months ago she don't get belle again. Those one they don't decide say that poverty they want you all remain they don't get where they go as a person wey really get future you no get the bill wey say need to make plans.
Did you see the testimony of Banky W as against their several miscarriages and all that before they finally gave birth? They came to the altar and testified to the glory of God. Even as wealthy as AY, when the child gave birth, after the wife gave birth, after 15 years, I'll be 16 years of Michelle, AY wrote, the wife wrote, after countless waits, they had one before, but they still fine now.
Yes, may you complete 2.
Now who not get money?
May forget playmate for us.
Now who not get money if you say picking a cost to run?
Not because so.
Not because so. And even if you say you not get money, the joy, like that joy, the fact that a life came out through you, somebody came out through you, through your existence.
Yes.
Omo, they glorify
I think
God.
we have so many long series on this child issue.
Honestly,
long
like
you know Ghana wanted to deceive us.
Now bless you. Not want to deceive us.
I don't want to deceive us.
Instead, I will go confuse you.
Hey. You know, okay, person say when woman born for hospital, why the husband go dey run up and down? My wife don born because my wife don born. So put that for
if you no do am, wetin I go talk? Na go say the man I born don sit down there.
In a real man. You never see protestant people say don say na wood una be for am.
You know some men as the woman born na so the man go dey lament. Oh God, which kind of thing this?
If you got bought triplets or quadruplets,
now don't try to say never ready for life.
See, you see, you just said something. Why you go be say? You see where the issue they come from. Now your wife come born, you will call the run up and down. They look for money to bring your wife from hospital.
You will not say your wife get better.
For 9 months, you have 9 months.
9 months.
No, like
not be today. Tomorrow. So 9 months. You have to save
9 months to get
little of your salary. At least. By the time your wife get better, you can see money to discharge
Sophia
your wife.
Mrs. Sandra, they are contradicting themselves here.
No.
Said money where they use, they train picking and now God they provide them.
No, that one normal.
No,
you have to make plan to eat.
God provide, not say he want fall from up. Now God they provide them.
Even
if we save
2,000, you are saving something.
You're just saying that 9 months.
Nobody believe you not the dear.
You just say 9 months.
For 9 months.
You just say 9 months is enough for you to gather.
Nobody believe you not the dear.
Is enough for you to save up
to
upbringing
for,
of a
no,
child.
for just
to clear her from hospital to discharge.
So, okay, after discharging from the hospital, then what happened next?
He go suck breast.
Bring that one.
He go suck
Wait,
breast.
wait.
As they go work,
As they go, money go dey come. Not get the bill.
Wait. They say 9 months.
Basically, you chop sand.
Wait, they say 9 months.
Did you eat sand?
Mrs. Sophia, we gonna
You
ask
chop
eat baby
sand?
food.
you eat dust.
No, I don't eat.
Clay.
I don't eat
food you
clay.
eat.
I enjoy custard and Cerelac.
Okay.
I chop
Now kabu now we chop
Now talk say 9 months. Now talk say 9 months. Dey
and
enough.
naan.
No, it dey enough for the man to gather money to clear the wife.
Clear
And
the
you know say,
hospital bill.
you know say even when woman dey pregnant, so many be dey for that pregnancy stage. When they say like taking care of that pregnancy
antenatal
too,
or what?
all those antenatal. If you know say
How much for antenatal?
forget about antenatal. You know,
Let the
no,
woman fit
we
pay
talk.
antenatal.
No, you actually talk about antenatal. You know as now they be now. When I don't dey pregnant, you get so many whatever stuff. When they do this one,
See,
do
when
this
man
one,
and
do this one,
woman,
this one, this one, this one.
when man and woman they also,
You see
plan.
why you're talking about this emotional stress now. Man go to sleep.
man they also.
You the wife go to wake up. Honey, I want chop this. All those
Yeah, you
crazy
go
cravings.
say why it go
You
over.
are torturing the man emotionally.
They go block
Why
share
is
shop.
Givenchy suya?
Now those women wey don feel like life na be all those ones. There are some women that don't stress their husband.
Okay, mama, you when you dey pray,
You know they get-
Me, if I get belle na bread and coke.
So if
Nah,
bread
me
no
dey
dey house,
eat.
who dey go dey find am?
I dey buy by myself. If my husband no buy come, I dey buy. I go settle down eat am. Na that one my best food and stash and
See,
pepper soup.
I get
Those
friend.
food
I
that
get
they
friend
like.
when he give the girl belle. Another one has to give the girl belle. Tell the girl say
All your friends say they give belle.
no.
Is
Na
that why-
the
They're
reason
married
why
now.
the team say na the team na you know say
Your
for
friends
our
na
era
belle.
now
Tire.
our era now na belle na
When
dey
you not
fix
go to the same
na belle na
thing,
dey fix
abeg.
marriage date na belle na dey fix marriage date na.
Because of the society,
Yes,
you can
nah.
see because of
Most men
what
will
is
say
happening
my
in
wife
the
is not
society.
pregnant.
That's what I'm saying. Now some people,
Go say-
I just say na belle
you
na
go first get belle before marriage.
yeah.
No.
No,
I
my
think-
brothers
I
they talk
think
am.
that
No.
attributes to
No.
individuals or guys with that low mentality.
Mentality.
No, 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 no.
No, I'm
It's the
telling
way-
you the reality.
no, na the
because
situation
there's
of
no
things.
way a guy would have
It's
to
the
say,
situation of
Of
things.
things.
You
Right
see
now, right
girls.
now,
You
yes,
see
oh.
girls. Like there's a viral post that I saw days ago where a girl opened bread. Wetin dey inside na squishes, colos inside bread.
Inside bread.
Big bread. They put hole, dig the bread out, put those things to take carry the bread come inside hotel so that they can pass them. Na bread dey go buy now, but there was something inside. Then the other guy was now like, una don dey destroy una life now. Then una even dey cast the updates. Before una know na anybody who say carry bread for road na
They'll come dey
police go
check
wan
am.
dey harass am.
Yes.
Go wan dey check am. You cannot tell me that somebody who has actually dented her life to that extent, e don spoil life reach that extent. You see some girls like all these pranksters on TikTok. How many abortions have you done? You dey hear girl go dey say I can't even remember. I've done 10. I've done 7. Then tomorrow you go come marry that girl, put for house. They go through the
Why
side
you pointing
effects.
now?
No, I dey point you.
why you point me?
I'm pointing you.
Face is close to you, I'll point you.
Then marry that kind girl, put for house. Then you not continue for you not be eating the reward of her let me not use the word, let me not be too hard on the word I want to use. You not be eating the reward of her dubious labor.
Yes.
So that is why you see most guys will tell you if you
are
no
not
get
pregnant,
belle first,
I
I
know
no
they
go
pay bride
marry.
price.
I no go pay bride price. And you see that when they get pregnant, before you know it, before the first 3-4 months, they've gone for introduction,
rights.
marriage, right?
Miss Sophia, most times it's not like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes those pregnancies are unwanted pregnancy. So, but the guy just to make sure say okay, may follow the right paths, just put the girl for house. He'll come actually fix it. Most of those guys, let me tell you, the truth, most of them do not have intention. I'm talking from the guys. They don't have intention.
Me, I'm talking from the
Do
part
you know why?
I've seen.
Do you know why they don't have intention? Because they enjoy the relationship the way it was. But just because society want them to get married, once pregnancy don't enter, they'll come say, okay, now I can go look for money, can go marry and put for house. That's how it now starts. Pregnant, once somebody don't get better, you see say the next thing they don't fix date. So most of the marriage is done. When you see say they don't fix date or marriage, just
This, wait
wait now, you go just check possibly belle don dey now.
You know, I think
okay, you don't say unwanted pregnancy. You know what? Why you can't go to sleep with her? You're still you are still from.
Okay, what? Okay, you don't carry me on another angle. Now why I can't go to sleep with her? Even when the belly enter, why you no go remove her?
Why you go remove her?
Abortion
is a criminal offense.
Disagree with you.
Abortion is a criminal offense. If you are apprehended, you are gone. Now because of the way Nigeria, yes, it's because of the way Nigeria.
What you go tell her? And you know say don't take out with her womb. You say I don't feel marry you.
Before you have an
abortion, when you don't know the side effects
abroad, you see when this girl Ifeoma, that girl that said she got pregnant for Davido and the rest, when she was saying that it takes process here to terminate a child. You don't just do it
at all.
You not just the waka they go hospital for abroad. I want to take off this child.
When the doctor go ask, he go call the husband, call the wife. If this is a decision that both of you want to take,
husband and wife.
And I think those are
do you know why they would tell them that okay, it came possibly mistakenly that they don't want the baby now. We have something that we're pursuing, so we just want to stay calm.
Abroad they will accept. But in this Nigeria here, that you are seeing abortion center everywhere and there. It's a criminal offense. You can be jailed for it.
I don't know why abortion will be a criminal offense. Why will you bring a child to the world to suffer? Is that not a criminal offense?
That is why you just said they said contraceptive.
Sometimes
there are different methods of contraceptive preventing pregnancy. Yes. See, we have the calendar method, we have the barrier method, the condom, anything mucus method. You have everything. You can just be calculating. We have the surgical method. You can do vasectomy. The woman can do tubal ligation or total hysterectomy if she chooses to. So they have pills that you take.
Yes, the reason why abortion is there, possibly. When I mean abortion, I don't see you can't tell your belly. Now, somebody that want to
abortion are killing. Now you want keep pikin. Why you cannot bring to this life?
Pikin,
no. When I mean pikin,
you're a murderer.
When I mean abortion, you just discover that you're possibly maybe 3 weeks pregnant. You can remove it. But you decide to keep it.
See, 2 days, 1 day, 10 days. Whatever you calculate, whatever this card tells you it is, you have killed somebody. You killed somebody.
It's part of it. I'll take them.
You have killed somebody. You have killed somebody. You're a murderer.
So now you get the idea. You know why? Do you know why? Sometimes that they made those processes that sorry. I think we are placing too much high word on abortion, and maybe because of the society that we are.
Maybe I go arrest you after this show.
No. So I believe, that should be a last resort for possibly. There are sometimes when contraceptive like phase. There are sometimes when it phase. Sometimes you get unwanted pregnancy. They will tell you there are ways or process to avoid it when you are not ready. Even I think the Westerners they are even promoting like. If contraceptive, they are like you meet your whatever, you should have a personal doctor or whatever, so they check, they will tell you the safest way.
What works for you.
They will tell you the safest way to get rid of it, so that you don't bring a child to the world that you're not prepared for. But here in our society, it's different. So we get to cage ourselves with an ideology that put us in a trap.
You know where contraceptive many pass? In many for Nigeria, enter chemist. Madam, one by posting
and those things, they damage.
They have non-plants, injectables, anyone you can choose. They have different varieties. Choose from it and know what works for you.
But the thing is that what I'm saying. We are driving to.
You want sleep raw. You know what follow what happen to raw.
There are some people that just like having their pleasure that way. That's why I said that stuff.
Then you should be prepared.
You should be prepared. Okay.
Wait,
let me not drive to that direction again.
The child will come, or you use one of all these preventive measures. Some of all these people though don't do finish. They will not forget after like 2 weeks. I do that day. I not take medicine. A lot of them don't even know how to calculate their cycle. They tend to abuse the drugs. They taught all these things in biology in secondary school, but these people they don't know it. You see one thing in Africa, if you want to hide anything from an African man, put it inside the book. Nigerian children, they know they read, especially this jet age. TikTokers, they know they read. You'll see Facebook, TikTok. Instagram, all manner of things, playing games and the rest. They will not even read to even know all of these things. All these things they were taught in school.
Miss Sophia, now your advice now. There's a girl that is pregnant, and you know possibly that girl is still schooling and has a dream to chase. You need to graduate, you need to go NYC, you need to fight all this one. You advise that girl to give birth to a child and still follow those processes.
I think
Me will do my leg like this. Where I never born. After you they tell me say you have achieved, they achieved a lot.
Okay.
Secondary school,
do you know that? Do you know that? Wait, let me say this. This from my heart.
We have. Yeah, I think with that point you raised now, a young girl getting pregnant,
Me
maybe
go
a
kill her
teenager.
for that thing wey talk.
Fine, it's proper that girl give birth to that child. Yes, because we have a lot of celebrities today who've been great inspiration.
Yes.
You understand me? They gave birth at their teenage stage, but yet they were still able to.
I just made a statement. I just made a statement. If you ask them, I just made a statement. If you ask them if there's one thing in the past that you wish to correct, they will relate it to that time.
No.
You watch interviews.
I think yeah. They'll always relate it to that time because it's what they never planned for.
Do you know why the thing?
But now they are successful.
But now they are successful. Why now they can talk about it now in interviews because they've made it.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to say.
I get it now. They've made it. They are successful.
They decided to chase their dreams.
Do you understand?
They didn't allow it.
The reason why they feel like the reason why they feel like if there's something that possibly they were going to one direction, just that child whatever stuff will now shift their direction to another part. Maybe the parts they went to or they go or the childbirth pushed them to, they might maybe luckily get successful in that part. So they will not say, okay, I actually did not want this at this particular time, but I'm so grateful to God that it turned out this way. So they always say that. But if they will say that if you ask them if there's one thing that you wish to correct, they will go back to that time where they had that stuff because they know what it caused them. They know the strength, they know the stress that they passed through during that time where they were trying to raise that child. Like that stuff that I just gave. If you have a girl going to school, going to university, and whatever that normally you can't born, you go suspend the school. There's no way you put it.
Yeah,
that's
why we have so many
you
dropouts.
Suspend and continue.
That is why we have so many dropouts.
And I think
suspend and continue.
It all boils down to some of our parents. Parents contribute, highly to some of these abortions, because when a child, like a teenager, gets pregnant, maybe in a family where, we live in a society where, some of these parents, they see themselves in a very, very high, profile level. You go carry belly, you don't come disgrace me. No, you don't go keep this belly. But some parents would rather the deed has been done.
You just made on that statement. This stuff I feel like it's a very long conversation. It's a very statement. You said those people with high, those parents that possibly have high profile whatever stuff, like wealthy parents, they would take that you see they always come against it, that they don't want it because they feel like it's going to bring disgrace, shame to them, and also they feel like the reason why it's going to bring shame. They are hoping that child, like the child that possibly they give birth to, that is now having pregnancy for that, they feel like they wanted to invest so much on you.
Breadwinner of the house.
So they feel like they wanted to invest so much on you that you maybe you take possibly from where they stop, you take it
to the next level.
Take it to the next level, but you going to the other part, they will feel, because now this is the reason why they will feel bad. They know the consequence. They know what it's going to cost. They know how it's going to divert you from what they've prepared you for. So now understand now that most of those, in fact, all the wedding stuff, they always come against it. The people that accept it are people that are from poor background.
Have you ever seen
the people that are accept it? That a poor man that don't have money to feed himself will tell you that give birth to it and we will celebrate.
No,
we go drink beer.
It's not something that calls for celebration. You understand? If you look at it morally, it's not something that should be celebrated.
Yes.
Do you understand me? But the fact that thing has been done now, remember that process is a training. When you ask that child to abort that pregnancy, you're already teaching that child that if that thing happens to our own child too, she should abort.
Apart from our own child, if that thing happens again, she will do it without your knowledge.
Without your knowledge, so it's a training.
Person when go the sex, no, see.
I read something.
You don't get idea. You don't get idea. We can train him with that one.
When the girl was like,
it can be born out of ignorance.
Why
I bet
some
something
parents that
online.
will say, if you complete 18 years, you go marry. I have a friend, only one son. The mother told the guy that, guy, if they reach 16, any girl you give belly, carry and come.
That is what I'm saying.
I go carry,
mother,
I go carry. I want get many children.
That
Not
is
be only
the
you want,
problem. That's the problem.
You know, you can see.
Don't lock it out. That guy.
Mama, I'm really sorry
Get
to say this.
pregnant 2 girls now. They are with the mother at home.
What
They give birth
kind of
twice.
life is that?
There's money. There's money. The family has money. They don't lack anything.
Now
The woman went to pay bride price
she
for
born
those
one.
for,
She
for
won
those
and multiply.
ladies.
Look
They
at
want
what
to pay bride
happened.
price for them.
I
Every
see-
marriage,
I will still say it.
he's happy that his son give birth, married 2 wives.
Still been with us
Two
today.
wives.
And now
If she had other children.
that boy is just 20 years old now. He has 4
Wow.
kids.
Wait. See, let me just say, because we'll start thinking about
Yes,
ending this show
now.
now.
Mama tell her now you go do
This
now.
conversation is very long. I just wish we can keep talking, but possibly we'll now bring it in another episode in another way, so that we'll talk more
Yeah.
about some of these points that
Maybe
you
we'll
have
have
made
to do it part
from
two.
some of these points that you have made from. Maybe I think maybe a part two. You
yeah,
okay?
we'll have a
Bensi
part
and
two.
Vince. If una marry Mona no bone.
I don't understand.
They go
No,
for
No, my own is that it's a course, eh?
Bensi is a cause, so.
It's not a part
No,
of them.
No,
Remember, it's a
Bessie.
show.
It's a show.
It's a show.
You know
No,
it's a
Bessie,
show.
let me talk.
I guess it's
Let me talk. See, what I said is that
It's just
before you
planning,
give
though.
birth, before the ideology of birth,
Planning.
anyhow the
plan.
child is going to come.
Effective
You must
planning.
plan.
Yeah,
Yes.
anyhow the child is going to come, or even if the child is unwanted, like you should not bring that child to earth without
suffer.
you
Planning.
being like both of you, not just one person, becoming
Both of you have to
financially
work
stable.
together.
So that is when it becomes a blessing, because you have enough financial capacity to take care and train that child. Now, the morality of a child is very, very important.
Yeah.
So when you give birth to a child, you don't just let the child just live his life. You are going to like teach that child. That's what they call socialization. You are going to socialize that child to go in the right path. Because if you leave the child to go on its own, that child might go in the wrong path. That's why you see many child becoming armed robbers, not because of the intention of
Most
the parents.
parents fail because they claim to train the girl child and leave the boy child.
Yes.
Meanwhile, it goes pari passu.
No, that is what I'm saying.
And-
Boy child
Who
and
they
girl child.
rape?
Now boys.
Who they rape?
Now boys.
Who they rape girls?
Girls they
Ah,
rape
boys.
boys. Forget that one.
Who they catch girl for appian,
Now boys.
gang
now.
rapes?
Now boys.
If actually morals are being instilled, just the way they are doing to the female children, they're also doing it to the
You're
male
just saying
children.
male
It will
children.
not
No,
be like
no.
that.
Wait, no,
Listen,
but let me say this. You're just saying me. Stop that stuff that you said. Like parents give value to worry about the female children and they leave the men to do their stuff. Now it is not like that. It's
not
just
like
for
that.
it is just for on the like will I say the unorganized home. Like home that is not financially, what will I say? Sorry, home that is not
Christian
prepared
home.
mentally. No, not I'm not talking about. That is not mentally prepared for child, child care. Because if you give birth to a child, even if it's a boy or a girl, you are going to give the same care to both the male and the female. It's just because sometimes we now get to have too many children and we cannot control them. The guys, go your own paths. I don't want to. They give. I don't want to. And then you want to survive. Just they go. So, but that's not how it's. But that's why I'm saying that the planning should be there. So from the beginning, that's why you will see say some of these wealthy people that they train their children, and possibly you see that you grow up and they become. They call them ajebo. You feel like they kind of behave in somehow way possibly like mommy's boy or something like that. It's not because of the fact that that's the way just because of they give too much care and attention and they keep giving that attention to that guy.
Let's say you don't marry.
Wait,
When you tell handle this
Wait,
case,
they keep giving too much attention and
Please
whatever.
get family.
Wait.
They close.
Wait, so they keep giving attention to that child.
Abi
So
you don't give them
that child wait now when I finish. that child will not understand. That child will always follow the path that the mom or the dad wants them to follow. Now when you know they prepared, the child will just go on, you are not believing. Like me now, the path that I followed is not the path that my mom. Like it's not the part of my parents. Like
Yeah.
so I later discovered another part of life because it left me to struggle. So I had to find on my own path. And so many people, I know so many of my peer groups that we grew up together. Some of them they started carrying, I think they killed some with guns. I was in that circle. Like just imagine I was in that circle. I'm not supposed to be there if my family was like, okay, possibly to wherever see through my upkeep or wherever stuff. So I'm not supposed to be in that circle, but I was in a circle of a gangster. So I managed to survive that just because of I was just kind of lucky to just leave that circle. But most of them are not. They are not. How would I say? Most of them they don't arrest some of them. Some of them they don't shoot them because they went in that part. If not, I thought whole gone by now. I thought gone. So that's stuff. That's me now holding gun. It's not my problem. It's the problem of my parents. I went through that. It would be the problem of my parents because they did not actually give me that whatever care or that whatever stuff that training. I need. So that's why I said parents should be like prepared.
They go still train some for house. Those still
like you really have. I can really relate to what you say, honestly. So it's always like that, especially when you they feel you've gone to a stage where you should be able to take care of yourself. So whatever you do, they are less concerned about.
Do you know that there's no stage in life that you get to take care of yourself, by yourself? As far as you have possibly a dad or a mom, they've seen through the part that you've seen in life, passed through that part that you've seen in life. You like at every point in your life, even at the time when you possibly you've gotten married, you must always come to them for advice. If the home is organized, your dad, you see that your dad will always coach you. They should be like the first people you look up to. My son, I don't want you to go this part. If you go this part, it's going to like you're going to like you like if that connection is there.
When the son listening.
No, be say when no now when the home from the beginning. Now from the beginning.
You can train a child.
Go to a father who beats the wife.
Now from the beginning.
Yes, but you can train a child in a very godly home, and the child will still prefer to
can I say sometimes this godly thing doesn't really work the way we see it.
No, I don't mean that kind of godly. I'm just saying in a very let me use the word organized home.
Please don't bring this because we I don't really want
organized
to go into that.
Organized home. Yes. Then at the end of the day, the child still prefers to go with his peers. You never see him before. You will do everything for that particular child. The child will still want to become a hooligan. Anything you do as a parent after you give birth, back them up spiritually. God, prayers. I'm doing my part physically.
Touch
their heart spiritually. That one not concern me. I have done my own.
The most important, I know the most. Let me tell you.
Do your own spiritual.
If you want to control the direction that somebody will go in life, the path that will follow in life, I think the first part is that part that you get to train that child. Maybe that part when that child do with you when they train, that child is going to like socialize to your own ideology, your own mentality.
Yes.
So when he finds himself in a circle that is not suitable with the one that you like, you see that child will always leave that circle. Except
not be all.
This way. I think this. I was taught this in school. This is where it gets to supersede when your own coaching is less than what there's what they call external whatever socialization, and those has to do with all the social media, TVs, all those time peer groups and all those stuff. So when the force from those peer group and other agent of socialization is stronger than your own, that is when it will influence the decision of that child to go in that direction.
That means yours is not even strong enough.
Yours is not strong enough. That's why I'm saying that particular part, like parents should be ready. It's not something that you just give birth and you say that it's a blessing.
They expect cooking.
Okay. See, for example now,
you can tell me about this.
For example now, my mom, she was the one that trained us. My dad traveled, 1990. Came back after 20 years. Alone with just only my mom alone.
Oh, wow.
She was the one that was guiding us. He tell you, don't do this. And so lucky, no fault. We are 5 in number. We didn't give that woman problem for one day. Anything she said, don't do this. So this is very bad. Though we stay away from.
But I would say for your own era.
Till now to this stage,
for your own era,
says,
I think for your own era, I think you're the what would I say?
So it does not.
Will I call it bond? The bond between advice from families like
this.
Wait now, it's very strong. I mean, I'm talking about this. We are just in the 21st century now. Mm-hmm. So the bond then is very, very strong compared. So that time they did very difficult. Even if, in fact, if you come off of the advice when your father give you, it will be like say you commit traditional abomination.
Used to my dad.
Your mom. It will be like say you commit traditional abomination.
I'm used to my mom. I'm not used to.
So,
my
but
dad.
for now, let me learn. For now, sometimes even when your mom will give you advice, if you date for our era one day now, this our era one day now, so this era hot. Sometimes even when your mom will give you advice, it gets things when you don't see as you go down the reason your mom advice.
I go
say
take
that mom advice.
No, now she call like
Vince.
now she call like before.
Forget
Forget
because of your time, so
Forget the
those
era that
agents
we
no
are
dey.
in.
That one is starting. I
Forget
must
the
take
era
her and
that
add
we
my
are
own
in.
to it so
At
that it's
least
balanced.
me, I'm also in this era with all of us.
Yeah, okay.
With 3 of us.
Yeah.
We're also
So
enjoying this generation. I grew up with my mom. Like, we lost my dad when I was barely 13 or 14. We are 6 in numbers. See, like, my mom barely had time to come home and start discussing with us because now she be papa, mama, uncle,
everything.
provider. If we pay school fees, she's the one. Anything I will literally do, whatever I am, or will be tomorrow, I owe it to my mom. But the thing is just that she gave us that. The only thing she could give us, and the only thing she kept saying was, God, I didn't plan for this. It happens. Take these children. You are the father to the fatherless. Be their father. And that was our only prayer. I not get wayward brothers. I not get wayward sister.
So.
None of us has ever like been a source of concern. We tend to relegate this thing. We tend to relegate and say it's the society. See, without God, you are nothing.
It's okay.
You need God behind you. You need God behind and in front of you.
Let's put God first.
God first.
God first.
Every other thing second.
We are going to. We promise, guys, that we are going to host related. We are going to host. Okay, repeat an episode of this and also related discussion because we keep like we just want to keep talking, but we have to end it. So, guys, just tell us what you feel, what you think about this discussion that we just had, and tell us on the comment section, and please don't forget to share the video and also subscribe, turn on notifications so that you get to get updated when we upload new episode. So guys, keep supporting us in the way you can. I want to say thank you. The next episode will be more interesting. Thanks.
You.